All right, what's going on, good people? Chris Newton here, Chris Newton Real Estate. Um, Want to talk to you guys about a topic today, right? Today's topic is going to be about the multi-family properties, right? We're going to talk about the truth about multi-family properties. What I've noticed in, recent times about with like Instagram, YouTube, some even on even YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube, TikTok, a lot of um a lot of those outlets, right? Social media outlets where you have these Instagram gurus, right? These real estate gurus that know what they're talking about and never sold a house in their life and just giving a bunch of false information. It drives me crazy, right? So I want to talk to you guys about the truth behind multi-family properties, right? And if you guys want to know more information, let's say I left something out, or you have more questions, give me a call, 347-993-0051. Send me an email, hey Chris at chrisnewtonrealestate.com. Go to my website, chrisnewtonrealestate.com. Go to my IG, Chris Newton Real Estate. Go to my Twitter, Chris Newton Real Estate. But the @ is New York's agent because Chris Newton Real Estate was way too long. Anyway, so here's the truth about multifamily properties, right? Are they good investment properties? Yes. It depends, really. The answer is it depends. For the most part, yes. It's not as easy as buy a multifamily and rent out the other unit and live rent free. It is not, or live mortgage free. It is not that simple. It's not. And the unfortunate truth about this situation is being that a lot of people are going that route, a lot of people are feeling like real estate agents can't be trusted. Why? Because some people are real estate agents, some people are posing as real estate agents like it's freaking Halloween, and they're giving this bad information, or people are just taking this 10 to 20-second snippet or maybe a picture and thinking they know exactly what it is. So here's what you have to understand about multifamily properties. It's an investment, right? It's an investment property. Real estate in general is an investment property. It's a big savings account. With investment, you have to do research. Okay. Now, let's say you want to buy, I'm in New York, right? So, a property in New York, a multifamily property on the low end in New York City, let's say Brooklyn, Queens, maybe the Bronx, is going to be around, let's say, a two family, 2 over 2, depending on the area, probably around 800, 900,000, right? But still need work. Maybe they're not most desirable neighborhoods. But when you look at these Instagram posts, those are not taken into consideration. And that's a problem. The problem is people aren't telling you to do the research. So what do you have to do? You want to buy a property. You want to buy a multifamily. The first thing you want to do is, one, hire me, Chris Newton, or another real estate agent, right? I'm not greedy, but that's kind of crazy. Yep, I'll point out my, there we go. That's way better. Second thing is you want to do research. You want to do research, right? You want to make sure you're going into the area, one, where you feel safe, right? I'm as a real estate agent in New York, I can't tell you what's safe or not, but you should know where you feel is safe, right? So you have to know the areas where you feel safe or not. You have to know the type of demographic of people you're going to be renting to. The type of demographic, along with that demographic, what do they do for a living? How much is the median income in that area? A lot of is this area going to be, let's say, for whatever reason, you don't want a cash, you want a cash renter. You want people that are going to be paying cash. I'm not telling you to be only do that, but in your mind, if you only want somebody that pays cash, you don't want a voucher. What areas are voucher friendly, right? So for a real estate agent in New York, most landlords require 35 to 40 times the rent, right? So let's say the average rent is $2,000, right? $2,000 a month. You got to make 40 times the rent combined, or the tenant has to make 40 times the rent combined. 2,000 times 40 is $80,000. $80,000 um, combined for the annual. Is that feasible for this area? If the combined income, the median income for that for a household in that area is $60,000, $70,000, more than likely you're going to be getting tenants that's scraping by. Is it possible you're going to be getting other tenants? Yes. That you're going to be getting a tenants that make 100K over? Yes. Is it a big possibility? No. Why? Because the tenants that make 100K, 200K, 300K want to live in the more quote unquote desirable neighborhoods. So, for example, Brownsville, Brooklyn, right? It's a long history about Brownsville, Brooklyn. I'll probably get into it in a different blog. But let's say Brownsville, Brooklyn, for whatever reason, it's not one of the most desirable neighborhoods, right? A lot of people feel like it's dangerous. If you want to feel that way, you could. If you don't, you don't. Just go to 311, look up the statistics yourself. Now, a two-bedroom rent in Brownsville is probably around 1,800, right? Why? Because of what's going on in the area. Do you want to, how much is your mortgage going to be for a multifamily in Brownsville? That's what you have to take into consideration. Also, are a lot of people in Brownsville, the unemployment rate is fairly high in Brownsville. Um, it's These are just things you got to take into consideration, right? Do you want a certain clientele? Do you want a certain demographic of people? Now, if you go to somewhere like Park Slope, do you have $5, $6, $7 million to purchase a property? You know, do you want the Park Slope clientele? Okay, you want the Park Slope clientele to where they're going to be paying $4,000, $5,000 a month in rent, but you purchased your property in East Flatbush. It's not going to equate. You're not going to get that type of clientele. So this is the kind of information you have to find out. This is what you need to dig into. This is what you need to look into. You, your real estate agent, not your friend that has an aunt that purchased a house 12 something years ago, 30 something years ago. It's not the same. Your uncle that purchased a house back in 1984, it's not the same. And these people on Instagram, YouTube, even like myself on YouTube, right? When I'm giving you the real, these are the questions that you have to ask yourself, your realtor, the person, if you're going into it with somebody else like your partner. These are things that must be discussed. How is the area? Who lives in the area? What type of money do they bring? How's the crime? How's the school system? All of these are factors that raise the rents in areas, right? So if you're in a not so favorable community or neighborhood, are you going to be able, even if you renovate it, right? You buy a property for $1 million, right? Just to make it easy. You buy a property for $1 million and your mortgage, you put a big down payment down, whatever, your mortgage is like $2,500 a month, all included, right? Crazy. But that's your mortgage. You renovate the property. It is gorgeous, but it's smack dab in the middle of the projects. Nobody's going to be paying $3,000, $3,500 to live in the middle of the projects where they feel unsafe, right? So you have these, oh, buy a property, use your FHA and buy this and buy that, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Also, transit, right? In New York, transit is a big thing. In the city, let me say in the boroughs, transit is a big thing. The closer you are to transit, the more expensive the property is going to be because everybody has to get to a train, everybody has to get to a bus. Even if there's a lot of parking in the area, you can take a train anywhere. And a lot of the time, taking a train is going to get you where you need to go faster than driving, especially if it's in a city like Manhattan. You'll be stuck in traffic. Oh my gosh, I hate Manhattan traffic. Oh, the parking. All right, I'm sorry. I had a flashback. trauma, PTSD. Oh my gosh. But that's basically what I'm saying, right? Call me, email me, DM me, and we can have this conversation. Even if you don't choose me as your real estate agent, even if you don't choose me as your real estate agent, I'll still be able to give you a lot of the guidelines or all of the guidelines, whatever you're looking for. I'll point you in the right direction because it's very important to me for people to get what they really want to get. And it aggravates me when I go on Instagram and I see this, all of this mucho. It's not real. It's not real, and it's going to get you in a very bad situation. So let's recap, right? I don't even got this written down. Maybe I need to start having it written down. So I don't know. Anyway, call an agent, do your research, work out the numbers, look at the demographics, see what it is, the type of people that you want to live there in your mind. Please don't discriminate, but just see, you know, this area is very blue collar. This area is very white collar. This is the age range, and this age range brings in this amount of money, so on and so forth. Okay, this makes sense. I'm able to charge $3,000 a month for a 2 bedroom in this area, and either I will break even or I'll just have to put a couple $100s on my mortgage. I'm fine with that. Simple. Also, if you got to put in work on a property, right? It's not if something's going to break down, it's when. A lot of this stuff is machine generated. The boiler, the hot water heater, everything, right? So you have to put money aside. They call it CapEx. You have to put money aside to be able to fix these issues, to address these issues that will inevitably come up. I said inevitably, right? The first, and the second time. That's fire. I'm sorry, y'all. I love that. These are the things that you have to take into consideration. The sink breaks, water damage because somebody overflowed the tub. A lot of these things are going to happen. A light bulb breaks, or a light bulb they can fix themselves. Depending on how your lease is, the air conditioner, whatever. A lot of these things can and will break down more than likely. So that's also what you have to take into consideration. Are you ready for all of that? Do you have a property manager? Do you want to be the one going to that house and shoveling a bunch of mucho out the toilet? I got that from my coach J Man. He told me a crazy story that trauma. Listen, there's a lot of things that go into purchasing a multifamily. It's not as easy as you see on YouTube. It's not as easy as you see on this video. All right? Give an agent a call. Call me. And have them properly walk you through the steps of purchasing a multifamily property. All right? Like this video. You found it valuable. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything is Chris Newton Real Estate. You want to see the website, chrisnewtonrealestate.com. You want to get in contact with me, call me. My phone number has been the same for I don't know how many years, 347-993-0051. DM me, Twitter, Instagram. I'm kind of taking a break from those, but if you do DM me before I get back on, guess what? And I don't answer, give me a call. I'll definitely pick it up. All right? Talk to you guys soon. Peace.